take a walk through the problem. We are the Youth Empowerment Alliance, YA for short. We're a local group in Woodstock that meets at the Rope Corps on the square. Our mission is to give youth a voice, to talk about the issues we're facing, and to work together for the betterment of our community. We're here to empower young people to take an active role in shaping the future of this town for you and future generations.
We started off just talking about what we were going through, school stress, family stuff, life in general. Then we brought in community members we respected and wanted to hear from, and things started to connect. Week after week, people kept bringing up the same issues: riding bikes, walking around town, getting stopped by the police when they were in a group. Then one meeting, a new kid said they almost got hit crossing the road. More people spoke up, and suddenly it clicked. This wasn't random. We started sharing stories about friends, siblings, and even ourselves almost getting hit crossing Route 47. We realized a lot of us don't feel safe just trying to get across town. We started looking into where people cross the most in the city and looked into what developments the state was planning to take into action. We found out IDOT, the Illinois Department of Transportation, is putting in 5 roundabouts, but they'll still leave about a mile between crossings for pedestrians. We launched a petition, started asking questions at city council meetings, and reached out to people in the community for support. Our research showed Woodstock's walkability score is just 11 out of 100. A lot of sidewalks don't connect or just end randomly. In 2022 alone, 33 pedestrians and 40 cyclists were involved in car accidents. In our own survey, 12 people said they or someone they know nearly got hit crossing at Route 47. We talked to real people in our locality who expressed their issues and concerns in our community.
I'm Rob Muter, Executive Director of Warp Corps. Today I want to speak to you a little bit about pedestrian safety. Crosswalks have always been an issue in Woodstock, and with the work we do with unhoused people and youth in our community that are primarily either on foot or on bikes or skateboarding to wherever the heck they're going, we saw, immediately in this community that there was a need for a little bit safer and more congruent form of pedestrian traffic on every street, but primarily the bigger thoroughfares of Woodstock. We've identified several intersections that we feel were more risky for people. Some had no crosswalks whatsoever. That's people dashing through traffic during a red light. Country Club Road and Route 47 primarily is a very hard place to navigate if you're on foot or on a bicycle. If you travel through Woodstock often, you know what I'm talking about. And e-bikes is also bringing a different level of concern to this issue because it's not a motorcycle, it's not a bicycle, and they're just zipping and flying all over, zipping around through traffic. So, our initiative to try and bring awareness to safer pedestrian crossings community-wide, we believe is a very important one, and one that can ultimately, hopefully, prevent accidents and save lives.
Hi, my name is Mason. I grew up in the Woodstock area. I myself have been a pedestrian many of times, especially as a younger man. I've had a lot of friends growing up in the Woodstock area, so we traveled by foot a lot of times with which, especially at night, we'd been almost hit by cars. And even just riding our bikes and such on the street, we find ourselves getting in close communication with cars. And especially, leaving the high school, going to friends' places, going by the fairgrounds over there from the square, I've noticed, plenty of times that, whether it's we're jumping the street for McDonald's or Walgreens or whatever it may be, that we'd have to cross 4 lanes of traffic, lucky of which none of us have ever been hit. Although I would find it extremely advantageous for us to start installing crosswalks within those areas. If there's anything that I can do, if my word stands up to anything, as a person who's grown up in the area and has traveled by foot a lot of places, I think we'd seriously benefit from seeing more crosswalks in the area.
Thank you.
We need a crosswalk because a bunch of people get injured trying to ride their bike, walk, or maybe go for a jog because if they're listening to music they can't hear, or if they just aren't paying attention good enough. So I think if we make a crosswalk and have stop signs, they could walk and the people can stop and make it at least a little bit more safe. And that's why I think we need a crosswalk.
Later, we were able to talk to Representative Steve Reich, who helped us get in touch with IDOT. And we found out there will be crosswalks at all four corners. That was a win, but it also made us ask, what about the rest of Woodstock? Now, we're expanding. We're looking at other unsafe areas, gathering more data, and asking how youth can help shape safer streets for everyone. We want you to take a look around and notice where there are inconsistencies in our community. Your everyday experience matters. We are building a list of things that need attention in our neighborhoods. Want to help us spot them? Please fill out a form. Crosswalks are just the beginning, and we are already listening to our community and exploring new issues relating to pedestrian safety and a more walkable town.